Okay. I should have just.
It's been one of them days.
It's been one of those days.
Oh, I
I'm
have
not feeling the best
one too.
either.
You sound like you don't feel that great.
I'm gonna go to the doctor tomorrow. And we'll go see that time. Yeah. She, with the high school.
I'm gonna be here.
Well, yeah, is he not gonna be here tonight?
No.
With her friend's wife.
Was he?
Yeah, somebody said something, I forget. I was supposed to- Yeah, he had something else. Right.
And I've been sitting real hot, but I'm supposed to get in there, but I can't be sick.
Yeah, I would be like, no, yeah.
But I told her, she's gonna be so mad at me.
Something they can pray about?
Bacteria.
Yeah.
And antibiotics, right?
Just glad I woke up
That's
today.
going on in town?
Huh?
Anything going on in town?
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Taco
Taco
Tuesday at the
Tuesday.
hub. And Taco Tuesday at
A
Elwood.
lot of people are
It
having
is.
splash pads.
At Ellis, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those tacos are good.
Are they?
Yes.
I've heard that, I haven't gotten those.
Yeah.
Hubs are better because they're free.
Well, there's that.
Free.
He gets the agenda, we know, Kelly present right up front, and then you can get out of here.
Oh my gosh. Leon,
After-
no, you're not
after the roll
closing.
call.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait, where's our attorney at?
He's running behind, he sent a message, said he'd be a little late, so, I mean,
All the more reasons.
There was one thing I forgot about.
You could always go back and ask
yeah,
him
we
if
can,
he
we can,
needs them.
yeah, we can go back to it, I'm good with that. We can roll.
Well, it is that time.
All right, we'll pray first. Mr. Father, we just thank you, Lord, for the town of Dalville and the residents here. And be with the board tonight, Lord, as we make decisions and talk about town, do the best we can for the town. And be with the kids over here at the splash pad as they play and keep them safe, Lord, during this time. Be with everyone who reaches out during this time, Lord, and just help us get out and enjoy each other and just be part of this community. We just thank you for all you do. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ready? Or Bill Walters.
Here.
Adam Jones.
Here.
Tom Roberts. Brady Hurley.
Here.
Steve. Oh, he's in Florida.
That's right.
It just hit me.
Okay, with that, we will get started. The Hub have a
Kelly.
presentation for us. Kelly?
Sure.
You just tell me when to
Advance.
advance. Yes.
Go for Clinton.
Yeah.
Up there, John.
Hi.
Nope.
Hey, well, I'll give them a
Get
card
started.
and then I'll leave the rest with you. It just has all the info, contact info. And you guys can just that tag on or whatever, it's just, or you can take one, but all the contact info. So, I mean, in April, Tom asked if I'd come just give a short presentation about the hub, just to increase the awareness and, or clarify, like if people didn't really know what goes on there, but, so I'm Kelly Flaming, and I've been the director about 11 months. I'm surviving. Okay, so it's literally like a block away, so I don't know if everyone knows where it is, but it, right in front of the new basketball, pickleball court and the splash pad. So I just happened to know who lived there before, and I knew that he was getting married and moving to Tennessee. And I was like, you guys, we've got to get Craig's house because it's the location. Because in front of the splash pad and the heart of Delville. So really, we exist because we want to be a presence in the heart of Delville and serve as a hub of hope and joy, light, and for people in the community. So if you have not been inside, you can come by anytime we met them there. I'll give you the 1-minute tour. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house, and we just remodeled it a little bit and re-landscaped it, and it is the hub, and we're here for Delville, to serve Delville. So it is the hub at Delville Community Center. Okay. And so what we value is the power of relationships and shared resources and individual revitalization. So you may see our sign on the corner that we love Delville and that we just want to, make the message clear that you matter, people matter, each individual matters. So, okay. So Delville Community Church of the Nazarene launched February 2nd, 2020, 6 weeks before the pandemic. And so we initially were meeting at the high school. Pandemic and all that brought, but church planters' message were, you're either gonna survive or thrive or die. We felt like we kept thriving because we just kept building relationships. And so our goal from the get-go, launching the church in 2020, was to launch another work within 2 years. And so when Craig's house became available, then that was our second launch, was the hub as a community center. So it is a ministry of Delville Community Church. Okay. And we have a lot of tables. We have a lot of tables inside. We have a lot of tables outside because we want everybody to feel like we are fostering unity, we're fostering community, and everyone's welcome down to see the table. And so actually, one of the guys in this picture, this was taken last Friday because the police had given him our church number, so he contacted us because he wanted a shower. It's not the person that you probably are thinking. It's actually this man in the white t-shirt. And he's actually down there now taking another shower. So, but this family moved to Delville just within this last year from northern Indiana. And she has like a resale shop through her house. So I said, okay, this guy's coming to have a shower. Here's the sizes he wears. She brought a whole stack of clothes. We were open with the little fun food truck. So getting quesadillas and drinks and all that. So anyway, I'm just saying, this is what we're there for, is that everybody can have a seat at the table. He stayed and visited with all of us for 3 hours. Okay, anyway. I'm going to kind of talk about real quick, like the 5 main things that we do. One of the main things we do is community. We call them community table meals because we do 100 free meals a year. So through Brianna's Hope, which is what I'll talk about, also that's a weekly Wednesday meal with a recovery meeting. Taco Tuesdays all summer, and then we did like lunches in February. So that's just a glimpse of Taco Tuesdays. It's fun. They come in the back, get the tacos, put their stuff on, fixings on, go have a seat out at the tables. There's people out there just intentionally mingling and so
Oh, did you go backwards?
Yes.
that's fine.
Sorry.
That's fine. Then like when we did the lunches in February, we had people at the hub. Then 1 week, we had people at the hub all 4 weeks, but 1 week we took lunch to the elementary. Another week we took lunch to Salem Place Apartments. So that kind of, you get the gist of the 100 meals. Okay. And we'll go on. This is actually how we try to help support the 100 free meals is selling a limited menu through we call it a fun truck instead of a food truck. But that and also like the hub can be rented. So the rentals and that is kind of how we try to make income to support the meals. So, okay. And all the workers are volunteers. So we're trying to promote community volunteerism, give back to community. So these preteen teens actually, they get a free item when they work or whatever, but it's just volunteer. So, okay. Well, also, I promote to them. It's not, it's the benefits of volunteering. There's so many, but, it helps when you are trying to apply for a job. You can say, like, you have this many volunteer hours, or it helps, when you're applying for scholarships and things like that. So try to promote it that way. So this is another, I feel like it's another key program that we have is Preschool Play Hub because it does last the whole school year. So it's August to May. We follow the Delville school schedule with Christmas break and spring break. Just like a teacher. and then we're finished in May. So we ended in May. There was like 31 people there. The caregiver stays. It's an hour each Tuesday. You can go ahead, but I was gonna say, we'll do a story or a, snack, a craft, or a purposeful play. But I feel like we've grown this year because of all the collaboration with other agencies. So, because like Amy Johnson brings her son's kids, and so the fire department came and of course they all loved that. And other collaborations been with Purdue Extension, brought like a block party. It's like purposeful research-based play with blocks, but anyway, First Choice gave out free resources. So that I felt like just excited about all the collaboration. Okay, and then so the third big program I feel like we have is A Better Life, Brianna's Hope, and this actually started out of Jay County, but now they have over 40 chapters in Indiana, Ohio. Our leaders getting ready to move to Florida, so they're actually gonna open a chapter down there. So there's a chapter like North Carolina, because somebody moved, there'll be a chapter in Florida, because they're gonna continue it down there. But again, collaborating with alternatives, or Purdue came and did a suicide prevention, or a social worker that I met through the Delaware County Nonprofit Support Network, came talk about some social work resources and things like that. But each week they have a meal and they'll have a topic if I haven't set up like a guest speaker. But just all that collaboration and education, you know, has been really good. There's been families like this mom came, she actually was a coworker of mine for years, but she came and told this story from a mother's perspective of a son with addiction. The son came because he's survived and he's 5 years clean. Bill came, told his story because his son didn't survive. Daniel and Justin, Daniel's daughter came, his ex-wife came, his aunt came to tell the story because Daniel didn't survive, but this Justin was like a stepfather and he didn't survive either. So, I mean, it's just the effects, just telling their stories. So, okay. The hub hosts the ALF group, which is basically like all life's hard questions, and they have a video, and it's really like faith talks for non-church people. We have like a community-wide blue Christmas, because holidays aren't always, you know, celebratory for some people. We've had funeral for Maxim Field. We've had weddings at the hub. So, okay. When the basketball court and pickleball courts were open, we wanted to celebrate it because I love pickleball. And you might notice a couple up there in the middle, are now pickleball pros. But I mean, we just wanted to celebrate what the town's doing, you know, so we gave like free pickleball clinics. And
And you need to do that again.
yeah, it's so fun.
Kelly, can you summarize now? Because we're getting past, you know.
Okay. Yeah, so these, you can just buzz through these, but these are different community celebrations and collaborations with the Lighthouse, NCA Therapy for like sensory friendly egg hunt. So it's the town already does an egg hunt. We don't need to do an egg hunt. We did like a registered limited family sensory friendly egg. So we do camps and Halloween and the light up Delville event. So just for community family celebrations. So that cooking camp's going on right now in June, and it's with Purdue Extension, and Midas sponsored the lunches. And so we just kind of buzz through all the pictures, and then so mainly, you know, we just need to keep hearing from the town, like what you need, you know, and if there's ways that we can help come alongside the town. Because that was the whole point. Whatever the town was already doing, we just wanted to come alongside and enhance it and support what the town was already doing. So,
Thank you.
Question?
No,
Okay.
however, we visited one day and we had this long discussion with Kelly. And one of the subjects came up was the Brianna's Hope.
The
One of
recovery.
the uses, I think that we could could use our opioid money is to help that group. Because there's very limited use of the funds for the restricted portion. And so I wouldn't mind talking about it in the future, after I talk to the,
Yeah, the founder, yeah. Because fund support would just go to Brianna's Hope, organization. But like you could see, there's weekly trainings, weekly topics, weekly education, and they've done it since we opened. So for 2 years, they've been meeting. So
thank you very much.
thank you. So you have the card. You can get a hold of us and let us know what you need.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll need volunteers for events, for sure. I'll tell you right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
so.
get with you, because I've got a list, so.
Oh, okay.
Or Trina will. Trina will.
Okay, all right,
Thank you very much.
bye.
Before we get into the procedural stuff, let's stick with the feel-good items and talk about the Hometown Heroes project.
Okay. Yes, this is while Amy and I are driving up the Shipshewana every year, we see all these small towns that have these gorgeous banners on their light poles and things like that. And we always point out and say, we need to do that. That really honors the veterans and the first responders and, of a town. And so we kind of did some research about where to get this, and Hometown Heroes is a website that produces these banners. And so we talked about putting together a committee, and so I guess I want to make an announcement. If I get my phone up here. We have a committee of 4, myself, let me get to my text so I get the names. Peggy Jones, Adam's wife, Mike Morgan from the Legion is going to be representative of veterans, and then Mandy Spando, who is an artistic person and just moved into town a year or so ago, and she wants to be part of it. So we've asked her, and so we're going to start meeting and talking about how to do this. And so I think this is going to work out really great. It might not come out entirely until next year, but we'll get it moving and see how we get this thing going.
Sounds great.
Sounds good. I do like it.
Yeah, I've seen it in other towns too, so I think it's a great thing to do for our town.
Piano project.
Yeah, me again. So the piano is ready. The piano is ready to go,
You just gotta get it down there?
and we just have to get it down there. But I asked Amy today whether the park board had talked about where they would like to put it.
And we did.
And they had, and they would like to put it near the train so that it's up visible and be harder, like for kids to destroy, just blatantly destroy it. The idea is that it ends up being destroyed, but because of.
No,
playing
that
with
well,
it- Well, yeah.
Because of weather, not.
yeah,
Yeah, weather and the kids playing on it, playing.
yeah, it'll
but
be
it's
used,
up
yeah,
to-
it'll be used.
That's what's.
So we wanted it on this side of on the playground side, so kids weren't crossing the
Yeah.
street or
We don't want
but
to take
we
a
also
baseball
wanted
bat
it-
to
to be able to somehow be monitored, maybe with a camera out there. I mean, and then the problem is this protection from the weather, at least a little bit, so we didn't know. Tom suggested maybe putting it under a corner of the pavilion somehow, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, but
Situating it
you guys
somehow,
want to do the train, so I'm fine with that area. I mean,
so.
if you want to. You guys have any recommendation on that? You just want to go with what the park board said, that's fine.
I'm good with the park board. I mean, they set it up, they're going with it. I mean, it's wherever they feel best and do it. Like I said, I would think it'd be better on this side. I mean, it makes sense,
Yeah.
especially by the train, so you're not going all the way to the back or back down on the side where you can't see it all the time.
Yeah,
And
that-
That's
yeah,
when something.
We were
like that-
tossing it around, yeah, where to, yeah.
My first thought was the amphitheater, just because it was roofed.
Right.
But it's too far away and it's,
It would definitely get
it
destroyed.
would get
It would
destroyed.
get destroyed.
Yeah,
It's too far, yeah.
And then draw attention to other things that can get destroyed.
exactly, you know, so, okay, so that's what we'll do.
Okay, back to the normal stuff. Let's go with the approval of the May minutes. I know we all received a copy of that, so I would look for a motion to approve.
So move.
All right,
I'll second it.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
It's weird. Sorry, I'm not nitpicking here, but it's just weird that the regional wastewater report is on top of this other stuff.
Oh, it probably just,
Yeah, just, it throws me each time. And it doesn't take much. So, okay, claim docket, take a review on that. And while he's taking a look at the claim docket, does anyone want to review or approve the detailed history report?
We just pass that.
Okay.
Review and sign.
yeah, that's not.
I got John, there's only one asked a question. I make a motion to approve the claim doc.
Can you give me the amount of that?
Hang on just a second. Yeah, I just looked at it, but I can't remember all the numbers, no way.
It's
Oh, $2,229, $229,492.53.
Okay.
Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Distribution report?
I should just sign it off on it.
And bank reconciliation, I think is another just sign off, correct?
Nope, yes,
Yeah.
sorry,
Nothing's
Has to be Bill or Brandy.
yeah, it has to be one of those two.
Good.
Okay, that's good.
So we're good on the, everything's been approved? It's all been signed. Okay. Departmental reports, regional wastewater?
You know, we got the report, all of it dated up on the letterhead, April 24, 24. It was just sent last week. So I think that date's wrong, but, because he's got May stuff, all May stuff in here. It looks like the usual stuff, 8-1 low locates, lots of those, weed control and spraying, lift station maintenance readings, the work over on Overlook, I believe it's still, he says it's still going on, it will be all this month. Is that?
Just finishing up, it's just the yard work. I mean, the lines are in, it's, everything's serviceable and going. It's just finishing up, pulling the septics and finishing the yard work up there.
We haven't heard any complaints at all, have we, with any of that? So it sounds like.
As I say, the report I've gotten over in our meeting on the first was good. There was no issues, no nothing.
Okay, sanitation.
I didn't sign that. I know, he said that he just subscribed papers.
Nothing new on the sanitation side.
Tom, we're back to you for water and streets.
We've got a annual audit done, inspection, I should say. And we had, pretty much last week, it was a brand new inspector. And so they were anticipating that we would get some comments, and it came out really well. They did have 2 or 3 comments that they were minor in nature, so we were celebrating. That's one thing. We're getting an evaluation done on the water plants, just to make sure that we're set for the future. So we're having some people take a look at the water plant and see how it needs to be more efficient and be able to produce more water if we tend to grow the business and residents and things like that. So I think that's about it. Streets, we're getting ready to do a bid, quotes on some roads for the community crossing grant.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Because the MVH, we gotta take so much out of, and then local roads and street, there's another 74,000 in there, and then on the back side, local road and bridge matching grant. Help me I'm
Yeah.
just trying to understand, is
So-
that all there, or is that,
It's the MVH restricted on the first page of
right?
that 33,000 is available for the community crossing.
Yeah, because that's only roads can
Right.
be used.
Yeah, that's-
Local road street, MVH is not. We don't use that for road and street. And then, the local road and street, whatever that,
Road and bridge matching grant?
yes.
That threw me.
That's that's what it originally was called, and I never changed.
So is that
it.
leftover money, or is that one on?
Yeah, it must have been, I don't even know how much is in there. What's in there?
I'm not looking at it. Where's it at?
48,000, page 2. That's what I was wondering. I mean, do we have that, or does that need to go back?
Oh, that is probably money from the state that eventually will go back from the last project.
That's what I mean, that's what I see, because
Yeah, that's not there.
we don't carry it
That's
over.
not-
I thought we were closed
We're
out.
supposed to use- Yeah,
So that,
We just haven't been billed for that.
That's- so what we're
I
actually
must-
working,
yeah.
what we're actually working with is the MVH restricted at 33, and then we've got 74 in the
107,000.
local roads and street.
why
Gotcha,
wouldn't they,
gotcha.
when was the last project? Why wouldn't we have been built yet?
I don't know, but when they build.
Should have been closed, yeah, that should be done in the closeout.
I thought it was done, because I remember her writing me about closeout, but I never got an invoice or.
That one threw
Did
me
we
when I
pay
seen it.
for, the crack seal?
Yeah.
That would have been the last thing.
I would have thought so.
Prior to
Yeah,
that
they
would have
would,
been
we
Hilltop.
paid the vendor.
Yeah, if they, I mean, if we've been
Yeah, that was
billed, we
Chris,
pay it,
that was,
because
yeah.
they're not happy if they don't get paid, so.
So they don't pay, it's just sitting there. And I know the bids came in lower, so that explains why we had money in there. But why they haven't, all I know
Yeah,
is we're
because-
getting interest-free money.
Yeah, they won't let you close out. I mean, you've done it. They want the check.
Yeah, every
They want
time
you-
they ask,
It's either they want to check that you're over, and you gotta send, or send me the money that you didn't spend.
right, and nobody's,
I'll ask Angie, and when you
Ask-
talk to
yeah, ask
Angie,
Angie,
find
just-
out, because that's what, that threw me when I seen that.
I was gonna say, because nobody's been begging me for money yet.
Tell Angie to give us a letter saying you just move that to the.
We can just keep it, you
Yeah.
know? I don't think we
Yeah,
will.
good luck with that.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Anything else?
Okay, is that it? Planning and zoning,
We didn't have anything tonight.
police?
James,
I want to show you guys the weapons that came with the simulation, that we have the simulator. The reason why we went to it, anybody ever held one of these before?
oh yeah.
You can actually feel it and hold it,
Oh, wow.
Actually,
and
wait.
it's actual weight, actual size.
Yeah, I would do that too. Here,
Is it heavy, dude? You won't
I
hold
wanna hold it.
it? No, don't give her.
Let me get to the other side of the room. My wife
This
with
could
the-
get
wife with
very
the gun.
tiring.
So it's actually the same size and weight, but also one of the reasons why we wanted to go with this type.
He did.
Is, you wanna close your ears, but there's a recoil when you fire these. This has a recoil almost about like, well, the guns that we shoot. Just put a little gas in it. And, it does that.
Sounds like-
Also, we even, as you can look, these are the same kind of weapons that we use, the Glock 19s. Same size, everything, so when we train, we can put them in the holster. And it's just the same too. So it actually shows the recoil. Some of the simulators that you go with will not have that recoil, so it's not like real live action. And with the simulator that we got, we can actually start training guys before they go to the academy. If they have a problem with shooting, we can take them out there in the garage and we can actually just put them back there. And it's a lot cheaper training with these than taking them out to the range and training with the ammunition. We'll still have to do that so many times a year, but we can get these guys a lot better with the rifles and their handguns.
How heavy is that?
same weight as what this is.
I don't do guns. Oh, it's still little. No, it's not bad.
Mhm.
Don't do good.
I don't do guns.
When we get everything set up, I'll have a day where council members can come down. They can practice on the range. With this simulator, we can actually set it where it goes back 25 to 50 feet to try to shoot the targets and same stuff that we do.
So where are you setting it?
It'll be set up in the garage because we have the big wall back there. We'll put a projector and everything back there and get it set up. All this stuff just started coming in. They had to send me the password because they didn't send me the password when they sent all this. They just got it the other day, so we'll get all this stuff set up. We'll also have on that, they're supposed to send it to me for vehicle stops, building sweeps, that they can actually, on that target, like they're moving to a place and shooting, or on a traffic stop where somebody comes out and draws on them, or somebody just comes out with their cell phone. We'll have a day that we'll bring some of the citizens in here so they can sort of see what we have to see, you know, because it's like seconds that we either have to pull and shoot, because it's either our lives or theirs. But I wanted to bring this down, show you guys, and this is what we put in it. Just take that, and there's a little thing, put in there, put the gas in there. Yeah. But it'll save us a lot more money in the long run using this than having to buy $15,000-$20,000 worth of ammo a couple of times a year. So. Also, I don't know what it's going to cost us yet, but we have one of our vehicles, the reserve vehicle, it's down at St. Pierce's right now being looked at. They said it was losing some of the power from the fire, so we took it down there. They're looking at it now. Hopefully by the first of the week, I'll know what that's going to cost. We'll get a hold of Bill and Adam, and then they can send it out to everybody else. We put out that we might need a part-time employee. Nobody's answered yet. Well, I think the one that sent it. Yeah. But,
Wouldn't qualify.
yeah. And we still don't know when the other officer is gonna have his surgery. No, so, and I texted him this morning, so we don't know when that's gonna happen, so we don't know if we'll be down one all summer or even the rest of the year. Because once he has the surgery, I think it's 4 to 12 weeks before he can come back.
Thank you.
You guys have anything for me?
Nada. Thanks, James.
Park Department?
We had a meeting last night. We're working on the 5-year plan with Dan Lake. And it's proceeding very well. We have 2 things, as far as events. There was an adult night. I think it was last Saturday night. And, that was, we made over $800 profit on that. And we have the Independence Day event coming up on June 29th. And like I was telling Kelly, we need volunteers. That's a difficult weekend for some of us. I know Tom and I are gone, but so I thought I'd pass this around. It has your names if you're available, but Trina made a sign-up sheet. So, because we need volunteers.
Can we check and then?
Yeah,
Let you
just
know?
let her, let Trina know, because I just told her I'd pass it.
Okay. I just need to check.
And then, yeah, that's about it. Most of our meeting was working on the 5-year plan. So it's going along.
Along the park thing, just to let everybody know, the dog fence is still where it's at. And it's going to, it's gonna be moved sooner or later. The top fence guy, I can't remember his name, but
Racing.
he promised me like this week. But he's been having trouble getting a crew. So, getting people to want to work. So,
This past weekend, the pump that drives the filter, the main filtration
Yeah,
system,
had to be changed.
had to be changed out. We do not have any spares.
That was the spare.
That was the spare. I looked up that pump, and the pump and the basket combo is like $3,000. But you can buy just the pump portion, the head, and not the head, the motor, or put that on, I think about $700. The same motor, just bolts on,
So have that for the backup.
because we have two houses.
Sounds good to me.
So we should definitely consider getting a couple backups, in the event that thing fries again, we're ready to go.
Just, he said it lasted about 5-6 years. So,
Yeah.
But you never know when they're gonna go out. So,
And you don't want to not have a backup, because that. Yeah.
So I can send a link,
Do
but I'll
that.
send it to Brad first, just to
Make
get
sure,
confirmation.
yeah. But that'll work, yeah.
Yeah, I took some pictures, it looks identical, numbers all match up, but just make sure that it's a fit.
Okay. That's a good deal, though, actually, if those will work.
It's brand new, it's
Yeah.
brand new from some pool supply, shows that it's the same thing.
Yeah, and if he can trade it out that way, that'd be great. Save our.
Okay, that's it on departmental reports. Sale of old water truck. We are in the process, as everybody knows, of trying to get rid of the existing truck. It's currently on the town's Facebook page as an auction with the minimum starting bid of $4,500. There's been some controversy with that regarding the amount of money that we're asking for the truck. The only thing I can say is that's what Kelly Blue Book lists as the fair value of the vehicle if it's a private party being sold. And that's with listing that the frame's rusted, that the panels are rusted, that that there's a starting issue with the engine, and that the rear bumper and the hitch is rusted out. Still, it says $4,400, and that does not include the flatbed that's on the back or the plow. So we shall see what comes of that.
so I make a motion that we have a piece of surplus code we need to get out.
Second,
Declaring that water truck to be surplus, that needs to be disposed of.
Disposed.
we need to declare that as a board, so yeah, you have a first and second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now, once that goes down and then you don't get the bid on that, then you can go into negotiations and sell to whoever for whatever, bring it to the deal.
Right.
Or do we need, that's up to the executive, is that not right, Joe? Or does
It will
need
be up
be-
to the board to
Needs to
make
come
the
back
final
to the board.
decision, yep, on who you sell it to. You can
Or
You
let's-
can conduct your own auction in this room if you want to at a meeting, where you invite people to submit a written bid. Once you've gone through the process and they don't pay the $4,500, you can have them submit a written bid here, and then you can either determine that you want to accept the bid as presented, or you can allow the parties to increase their bid by X number of dollars until one party's left. Just wait. Enjoy themselves.
Trains, motorcycles.
So can we, after the conclusion of this online auction, can we just remove the reserve and let it go for what it goes?
You can, absolutely.
Same thing on Facebook?
Yeah, once you've
Leave it
gone
on
through this
Facebook and
process,
Leave it up for
Just-
another 48, for the highest bid, and when that's over,
Let
it's over.
people put it that way?
Well, make that motion.
If you want to, yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Let's just make that decision
Just
tonight.
give-
So moved.
Okay.
So the
I
motion
second
is
that.
if minimum is not reached,
Do we just open it up to the highest bidder?
okay,
do you have a date certain as to when the,
it was 48 hours.
Yeah, tomorrow at 5.
tomorrow
Yeah,
at 5, okay?
tomorrow at 5.
And that was listed on the page as to the start, the finish, and the rules.
Okay, good.
Okay, so if it's not finished at deadline, it will be open.
So now for anybody watching the live stream,
So it will be open for bids.
Yeah, kind of sit there handy.
Right.
The first step is always declaring it to be surplus. Then you can offer for sale. But it has to be surplus before you offer for sale.
I made that
It made
motion,
that last motion to open it up for bid.
me and Tom,
You and Tom got it.
for another 48 hours if it doesn't
For
reach.
48 hours.
So we're good on that?
Yep.
Okay. With Steve not being here,
There is no update on that as far as what I know, as far as with Brad and the conversation we haven't come back together today.
okay. 5-year town plan, what are we, is this still just simmering?
Yeah.
It is, I have it on the back burner, I've talked to David and knows it's there, we've got other issues right now that we're dealing with and we'll work, I mean,
Financing it was
we're
the problem.
looking for where the money is after we get settled in, we just started the spreadsheet, we know where the money, and we get the other, then we'll address that. I've left it at that right now, but that's, I think, is where we decided last time.
And you're still waiting on the rebate money too. That's all that.
The road, the extension of
Harker, Dale Harker?
Dale Harker back to ABC. They are trying to
It's in there.
give that to us, correct?
Yes.
I say just don't take it. Here's the information on it. They're ready to hand over the road to the town.
So is it just Dale Harker? So it'd just still be Dale Harker?
And that's what they're trying to dedicate this road back to town to maintain.
Yes.
We'll have to give it to Angie and she can get it put in the NDOT inventory so that we can start collecting the wheel tax and everything else.
Well, you gotta decide whether you want to accept it or not first.
Right,
I make a motion to accept the road.
And you're comfortable with the way it's been built and what its condition is now, and everything is fine, right?
No one, I don't believe anyone inspected it, so we're just kind of taking it.
well, we've,
I
no,
think
wait a
Brad's
minute,
been
we've,
back there.
Brad's been back there.
and we've had that, I don't think it was totally in, but I think we've done the maintenance and the maintenance plan on it and kept it up with the ITAP with Delville since I've had it in here. I've always included that road in.
Well, it only went back so far.
Well, then they extended, they're talking about
The extension
extending.
going back, yeah, yeah, because the rest of it, we've done maintenance, so when you ask that question, we've kept that up.
Well, that's right, but what I'm saying is that the part that they extended all the way back to the back.
That would have been approved by the building commissioner when that was put in, as far as to the standard for that spec, I would take. If he's not here, I would ask Brad, but I'd take it if that
I'm
was.
texting.
Wait,
So
wait.
let's move on. We can come back to that.
Okay,
But it should have been signed off
Todd would have.
by the drawing to the spec that needed to be in there.
so let's just accept it pending that fact that it was built to the correct specifications. And then we don't have to come back to it.
So moved.
I'll second that.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
I'm pretty sure it was, I mean, from what he said, and went over the last before through there, I mean, because we went over the drawing. State approved the deal in there.
The only thing I added to new business was the unsafe housing form. John had sent that Angie Scott sent that to all of us.
Yes.
Earlier today, I think.
Yeah.
Got sent to everybody. I went ahead and forwarded that on to Kristen and Todd. I didn't see any reason why we wouldn't approve what was drafted. So they have that form for future use.
Yep.
That's just FYI. John, based off of our conversations,
I have something that came in at the last minute, that's one reason why I was late. We received late this afternoon, the legal description for the Hurley easement from Kathy Guys. She'd had it, and she had dropped the ball and not given us the legal description. So we got it in today, we created the permanent access easement that, for use of the property for ingress and egress.
Yep.
And so there should be a copy of the survey that Kathy prepared. And we have the legal description now, which is all we needed for however long it was. We just waiting on her to get it to us, so we have this now. This is now ready to go for the town's approval to get this completed. Okay. And this is the one that needs to be signed by Adam.
Okay, so do we need to do anything formally with this? You'll go ahead and sign it?
Well, no, you need to accept it and,
So I make a motion to accept this permanent access easement.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And-
please note Ms. Early's abstention.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
that's where I was, that's where I was heading,
That's
I
why I
couldn't get it out of my
didn't
mouth.
say
So, John, this doesn't give the land back, it just
It's just
provides
an
It's just an
permanent
easement that
easement.
goes across there. There's that.
Just a driveway,
You
basically.
need signature on that one right there.
That's the
That
one you
goes
need to
back.
sign right there.
Oh, well,
That goes back.
Those were just copies for everybody to take a look at. That's when then we'll take it up to the recorder's office and get it recorded. Okay, I have this for Amy.
Brad says it's a good rep. By the way, Brad says it's a good rep.
Okay.
That goes back to John, that goes to Amy.
John, anything else from our conversation yesterday?
I was going through this, we get the public
Oh.
hearing. July 9.
We have the Fuller Architect on the abatement. That has to go to a public hearing, so we prepared the public hearing notice for the July 9th meeting. In looking at the abatement, the application is not real clear as to where he's going to put the remodeling, where he's gonna put the machine. So I thought it would be best that the abatement apply to all 5 parcels that he has. That gives him some flexibility. He wanted to expand one of his other buildings. It's there for him to do that. I mean, he just used the main address for Architect, but I couldn't tell which property it's gonna go on since he's got 5 lots there. I know it's not going on the one by the railroad, or where the railroad used to be, but it's probably one of the other lots could have that. So
So what, after the public hearing, what's next?
the next thing is an adoption of the resolution for the abatement.
And can that be done the same night?
Yes, can do.
So do the public
And
hearing.
then
first,
after
we'll
that-
go into-
Then the abatement will go to the auditor.
Because I'm asking because Fred's been asking me where we're at and all that, so.
The abatement will then go to the auditor, and it'll be put in place, and the abatement will be effective 26, I think it is.
Yeah, because he's just building it, won't be assessed until 25.
Correct.
Payable on 26.
So say it again.
It's not finished, he's building it right now, so it won't be assessed until 25,
25,
paid at 26.
paid in 26.
You'll start payment at 26.
Or receive the abatement.
Or, yeah,
The, I don't know, when is the equipment gonna come in?
The building's built, so it's not far off.
So, the equipment will be then coming in pretty soon.
I would guess sometime this summer.
Okay. And, March 1 is a magic date for assessment and all that black magic that the assessor and the auditor does. So this is after March 1, so they'll get around to it by next March 1, which will be 25, 426, right?
That answers, I added forward to my agenda, but I still have another question. Or a statement. You guys, I just went over there and did a little, I think I told you, but I went over there and did a little tour. And I'm telling you, that Fuller place is wonderful. It is a hidden gem. They do such quality work for companies and people all around the country. And you need to go over there. He would be happy to show you the 15,000 foot building they just put in. And we walked through it, and then we walked over to the other area where he has $1 million machines that do computer work, that you put in this CAD stuff, and then it cuts out the material perfectly. I mean, it's a wonderful class act, and it's 2 blocks down in Delta.
I've seen it in different parts of the country where they recognize that he's done the work there.
Yeah. So,
it's a good one.
that's all I have.
Is that it?
We also have we've given, I don't know that Angie sent them out. I'm hoping she did, I don't know, I was tied up all day. About possible zoning issues sign height and the lighting stuff, okay, that didn't get, now that'll go out tomorrow then. We'll get that out as possibilities. The way the process works is if you want to amend your zoning ordinance, you have to make a recommendation to the plan commission. The plan commission then holds a public hearing on it and conducts the first reading. Then the plan commission makes a recommendation back to the board as to what they want to do with your amendment. And then the board votes on that. They can accept it, they can reject it, they can modify it, whatever. And then once it becomes accepted, then it's part of the zoning ordinance and goes into effect.
We need feedback on this to take a look at it, if you guys got anything. So
Right.
we put it in so we adjust.
I understood that we'll make some changes on the sign height. The lighting one is one where we need the real feedback on because there's all sorts of options. I think we also have a law clerk for the summer that also found some examples of lighting specifications from other communities, like lumens and all that other stuff. And so, I mean, how you guys want to do that's up to you. So,
I read through that one, and I liked it because it was very similar in nature to the noise ordinance. That it wasn't subjective, it was just based off of instrumentation, and you need pass or fail.
Right.
So I liked it better. Do I have anything else?
Just a couple questions. Your signs, your reader board signs, is there any way we can keep them more up to date instead of having like this board meeting on here for the next 2 weeks? Fast to do.
Which board?
Well, like last month's board meeting was on until the 1st of June.
Oh, yeah, that was my fault.
Or you're seeing stuff that's outdated, is what I'm getting at. Is there
Well,
any
we
way
had
can-
sign problems for a while, so the sign couldn't be
Yeah.
updated.
But this has been going on for a while, you know? I just wonder if there's any way we can get those updated a little sooner.
Yeah, and they're also in the newspaper every time too.
No, I don't get a newspaper, so,
Okay. I do we can do the best we can.
okay. And another question, is there an ordinance, or is there not, I don't know, about people blowing their grass into the streets and leaving it?
Yes.
Yes, there is. Right,
Who's-
actually just pulled it
I
up.
would say, who enforces it?
We can actually write citations for that.
Well, I got at least 4 or 5 people in my neighborhood that does it every week. I mean, I'll blow it in the road, but then I go out in the road and get it back in my yard.
I do the
Yeah,
same
you
thing.
know.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, you know.
It irks me too.
And to me, it's lower the
Well, and
value of my
it's
property.
on the
being like that.
stormwater. I mean, that's the main,
Yeah,
the
it's-
main issue not only
it's
about the motorcycles, but it's also the stormwater that we need to keep it
Yeah.
out of the river and keep it going down. They're supposed to be taken out of there by the
Okay.
homeowner, out of the street, brush blown.
Yeah, you brought up the stormwater. When are we gonna sweep along the curbs to keep all that stuff from going into stormwater? We used to do that every spring. Cleaned all the debris up along the curbs. It hasn't been cleaned up along the curbs for 2 or 3 years. Because when you done the full coating, all the gravel off of that's still against your curbs.
Could have used to borrow the Chesterfield's.
Well, we just got that.
Well,
Street sweepers, well, they used to use Chesterfield street.
now
sweepers.
say 10 years ago, Justin done it with a broom and a shovel and the backhoe. I mean, there's gotta be a way to clean it
Well,
up.
don't we still have the one on the front of the Bobcat? The street, we got the street sweep on there, plus we talked to Chester.
Well,
The sidewalks.
But will the sweep take the that coating off? Will it
No,
scrub that
no,
off?
they won't scrub it off. No, there's a
But,
small.
but you also
brush
gotta
that
watch where you push it too, Bill, because if you push it, you'll push it right in your drains on the way through.
Right, you got a back pull from each of the
Mhm.
deals to pull it up, but yeah, they've got it, we can talk to Brad, if we do that or use Chesterfield, give it a day.
I know they haven't used Chesterfields for a few years, that is true.
Somebody else has got that back truck.
There'll be some way to do it easier to pull that around.
Yeah.
We'll look into that.
Thank you.
Anything else?
I think
think
that
so.
before we start writing tickets, we ought to tell everybody.
Yeah, I'm
They
willing to
they
assist
put
them.
it out,
I didn't-
we put it out,
Okay, what did
We
have
put
to say
it
about
out
that?
on our Facebook post that
they have
you
before.
know that you're not supposed to blow it out into the roadway. we talked about how it's like ice for a motorcycle to go over it. People really don't care, it seems like. I mean, he is right. I mean, I've stopped at places and told people, you have to get your blower out, blow it back into your yard. This is the way you're supposed to mow it. It's not supposed to go out here. Same people over and over and over again.
Agreed.
Okay, Adam?
Yes.
I got one thing. I wanna talk to you guys. I'd like to promote one of the police officers to a sergeant's position. With the department growing, the only real supervisors we have here is myself and Major Hicks. The pay probably wouldn't be that much more than what they would make now, but it would be nice to have a sergeant's position. Just in case I'm down, Hicks isn't here, at least we would have another supervisor that would be there. Because I could also send them to some supervisor schools and all that, but it would be nice to have a third supervisor.
Look at the budget, I mean, yeah. Salary ordinance and then the budget, where we're gonna pay from it.
Yeah. We have to-
I'll work,
We don't have a
I'll
line for it, so.
work with James, and Tom, we'll see what we can find as far as money wise.
And another thing, could we get a grill to put out here in the garage? Because I know some of us, we've talked about grilling out, even having some of the people in the community come down, grilling, letting them tour inside of the facility and everything else, because I've had people ask me, when are we gonna have a tour of this building?
I don't see any reason why I can't do that. Yes, it's good real.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
You should capital.
Is it, could be used by anybody, basically?
I mean,
At the town.
yeah, here at the town,
So it'd
we
be a
just like to
town
have
grill.
something out there.
I don't know.
I got like 160 hot dogs in my freezer and like 80 some hamburgers in my freezer that I'd like to get rid of. That would be a good thing to have kids and stuff down here on certain days where they come down here, I guess, eat with a police officer.
So $500 for a grill.
It's a nice one.
Yeah.
It's a nice one.
$500 for a grill
Get one on sale.
for $4.99.
Well, I have to send Brad. Brad's got the Lowe's card.
You're gonna scratch it down.
I gotta go to Walmart, yeah, we get a nice Blackstone for that. And I love my Blackstone.
Blackstones are great.
I'm just saying, rather
I
than
hope
getting
they're
one
less
that'll
than
rust out,
Get
get
a
a
Blackstone.
decent grill.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
Blackstone.
wait,
Leave it
why don't
outside,
somebody
leave
make
it
a motion
right
for
back
that
into the
to
garage.
up to,
Motion to spend up to $500 for a grill.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Looking for a motion.
Motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
go check at Walmart. Then you can use your card,
John,
and it's tax exempt.
well, I'm looking in here, and I think it's kind of our regulation on mobile homes in Delville. And I think it's 4.03. 3.10 talks about it, but 4.3 has another deal, and I'm confused by the wording of it.
Zoning ordinance?